the things that we're talking about require a lot of discipline, okay? Both from you and from your boys. For me to be able to maintain pressure when they're resisting, what does that mean I have to be able to do?
Sorry.
For me to be able to maintain pressure, what do I need?
You need to...
This is probably not fair. I'm not asking a very good question. Let me give you the answer. Maybe I'll think of a better question. The answer is that I need to be able to control myself.
Yeah.
Okay? I need to be able to be in control of myself. I need to be regulated myself. If I can't stay in control of myself, I have no business asking someone else to be in control of themselves.
So would you walk away?
Well, I'm just saying that usually when I'm not in control of myself and I ask somebody else to do something, I'm resistant, and usually I will just get resistance.
You got to be out of the box.
I need to be out of the box, yes. And when we are in the box, that's another way of describing when I'm not in control.
Yeah.
Right? Who's in control when I'm in the box?
The box.
Everybody else, right?
Everybody else.
I've given everybody else control because it's everybody else's fault and never mine. Right?
Another thing about that is that you can be asking the same thing, but in a wrong manner.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm not in control. Now think about this, even just as simplistic as emotional regulation. My ability to control my emotions. Thank you. If I am frustrated and they're resisting, and I try to maintain pressure, am I really maintaining pressure? If I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
What's really going on?
You're expressing your frustration.
Yeah, I'm boiling inside. So while I might on the outside be trying to keep the pressure the same, what's really going on with pressure?
Increasing.
It's increasing because I'm not in control. Okay, so if I want my horse to make good choices and be in control of themselves, which is my goal, then guess who needs to be in control first? I have to be in control first of myself. Okay, when we talk about this, I'm saying I got to be in control of myself in order for us to be able to have a meaningful relationship and connection. Okay? And so that requires us to have some emotional regulation. So boys who struggle with depression are struggling to regulate their emotions. And boys who are struggling with anxiety are struggling to regulate regulate that energy in their body, regulate that emotion. And so horses require us to get in control, to bring our energy up when necessary, and learn to bring our energy down when necessary. So even just with anxiety and depression, just being out here working with the horse is incredibly powerful to me, learning how to regulate. Now, boys who struggled with addiction of any sort, a lot of that is really about them trying to find external ways to regulate, right? Whether I need stimulants to help me bring my energy up or to help me bring my energy down. We're using external things instead of me being able to regulate and control myself. And so now all of a sudden my ability to work with and work on my addictive tendencies is improved because I'm learning to control myself, okay, and regulate myself. Not to mention the fact that horses naturally, just because, so a horse's resting heart rate is between 40 and 60. And ours is what? The nurse, who was the nurse? Yeah. Ours is 60 to 80?
Yeah, 60 to 80.
Yeah. And so just there's this thing called the kangaroo effect. And they take their babies and they put them in their pouch so that they're next to the mom, and it's the mom's heart rate that actually teaches the baby to regulate their heart rate. And sometimes when you have a newborn baby and they're struggling to breathe and struggling to regulate their heart rate, what will they do? You mothers? They'll put them on the mom's chest because the mom's big heart will help the baby's heart will start to regulate to the mom's heartbeat and the mom's breathing. Well, so guess what? Horses' hearts are 3 to 5 times larger than ours. And so just by being around them, our hearts go to regulate to theirs. So just by being around horses, it drives And so I need that kind of regulated movement. You know, moms, when babies cry, what do? We start bouncing and we hold them to help them regulate their brainstem. We'll learn more about that later. But guess what? Now all of a sudden I have something that can hold me. And that provides regulated movement, walking or trotting, that can help me feel connected and attached and regain that attachment that I didn't have. Find my secure attachment, my secure base. And there I can start to learn that I can attach to others as well and feel safe in that attachment. So attachment disorders, oppositional behavior. What's so cool is that horses have this thing called oppositional reflex. Boys joke about it all the time. They say, what does my horse have, Jared? Oh, he wasn't listening.
No.
Monty? I
Oppositional.
think Isaac
defiance.
said it before. What does your horse have when she's resisting you? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not asking very good questions today. But the boys joke about it. They're like, my horse is so ODD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oppositional defiance disorder. You know, 'cause some of our boys struggle with that, right? And they'll be like, my horse is ODD. Well, actually, it's true to some extent. Horses have a thing called oppositional reflex. And it's a survival technique. And it's that if they have a pressure that approaches them that they interpret as a predatorial pressure, then they will respond in kind with the same amount of pressure in reverse, in opposite force, okay? So if I pressure my horse and they interpret that as a predator kind of pressure, then they will do the opposite thing with the same amount of pressure. Okay, and so it's called oppositional reflex. But what it is basically is that if I'm resistant, what's my horse gonna do?
Resistant.
They're gonna get resistant right back.
Yep.
Which is super great with boys who struggle with ODD.
Yeah.
Right? Because guess what? Now all of a sudden I'm experiencing, oh my gosh, this is what I'm like all the time. You know? And the answer when something is oppositional, when a horse is oppositional, boys do, the answer is not to get bigger and not to get more pressure, right? Because what would that do? Make them possibly comply, but more likely, comply or resist, right? They're just going to resist if I increase the pressure when they're being oppositional. So the answer when they're being oppositional is not to force things and get bigger. Because when I ask quieter, one, they get a choice. Two, I'm not a predator. And they get a chance to respond to the amount of pressure. And that's how we work with oppositional behavior. It's not by getting bigger. It's by maintaining pressure if they're resisting, hanging in there, and releasing when they do the right thing. Now, this is the big one we haven't talked about yet. The third thing that they can choose is to do something to build a relationship. Do the right thing. Okay? And of course, when they do something, when they make an effort to build a relationship, what should we do with pressure? We should release it. But we don't, guys. This is, I think, the one that we make the biggest mistake with. They make an effort to do the right thing in the relationship, and we keep the pressure the same, or sometimes we increase the pressure.
Yeah, we start expecting more by increasing.
So what does that do? Think about that. If you make an effort in a relationship and the pressure doesn't go away, or even it increases, what's that gonna? How's that gonna
Breaks down trust.
breaks down trust? I disconnect. Screw this. Why should I even try? I know I personally get discouraged. Then forget it. I'm not even going to make an effort here, right? Another thing that we do is we start making guesses. Okay, well, the pressure didn't go away, so that must not have been what you wanted. So do you want this? So do you want this? Is this what you want? And we just start guessing. So the right thing to do is to release the pressure. I hope you guys have been enjoying watching Isaac here. I'm sorry, you're doing great.
Yeah, he's doing really great.
So what's he doing now, guys?
I don't know what you call it, but it's like desensitizing or just letting him know that he's not going to hurt him.
Yeah, he released the pressure, but then he's also playing this game over here. Does that look like pressure to you guys?
No.
It is a form of
It is.
It is a form of pressure. We call it rhythmic movement. Okay, and rhythmic movement regulates. Good
Nice.
job.
Nice job.
Rhythmic movement actually regulates, especially horses. They're used to their mom's tail swishing ever since they were a baby. Their life is very rhythmic. Their walk, their trot, it's all very rhythmic. Okay, and so rhythmic movement actually regulates horses. It regulates people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that's connection right there.
and so that's a way for him to say you did a good job. Is to go to this rhythmic movement that's relaxing for her, and say I'm okay, you're okay, you did awesome.
Do you have to train horses to respond to this thing that you do? Or like,
You
could
know,
I go home
he-
and do that to our horse, and it would go, I know exactly what to do.
Well, ours
I mean, you
do.
have to train her to do that, right?
Well, so she's responding more to his invitation than
Uh-huh.
and less to this movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't,
He
they
was-
don't understand that.
Like I could just go like this, and the horse would come to me because
Oh.
it's the invitation of come to me. I want you over here. I think it's, but sometimes we externalize it because sometimes it's hard for us to. We're not very good, especially at the beginning.
I always think it has to be so tangible and
Yeah.
visual. And
Yeah, and that's just us. But so sometimes we externalize things, and we have tools that externalize things, but really it's not necessary.
wow.
You
But
can.
you did remind me
Totally
like,
connected.
a couple of days ago I was working with my horse, and I did, now I'm thinking about it, I did jump a step of pressure. I'm like, why is she being so stubborn? And now I'm thinking back, and, I mean, I'm consistently doing this, and I still,
Yeah.
I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, oh no, we all do. We all do. We don't always get it right. So Isaac's asking her to connect. Right now, what do you think she's doing? Resisting, ignoring, or responding?
Ignoring.
She's ignoring.
She's like, you see you over there.
So she's looking, Isaac. Are
No
you seeing this?
resistance.
Isaac,
What
do
is
you see
that?
that?
Mhm.
She's looking at you, and you didn't release. So that's going to make her kind of less likely to try the next time. It'll be discouraged, right? Try again. But don't get so focused on a result that you fail to see that.
You wanted her hindquarters to rotate back out, right?
He's just wanting her to take a step towards him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because what might happen if I just focus on the hindquarters is she'll play the game, hide the hiney. She might just move her hindquarters, but it's more compliant.
Gotcha.
So it's not, he's asking her to connect with him. And that connection could look like her looking at him, or it could look like her turning around and following.
She's checking it out.
Keep on going, Isaac. Now she is playing a little bit of a game of, I'll look at you, but I don't want to move my feet.
Yeah.
And that's where you kind of have to be aware of where your threshold is. Is my relationship to the point where I can start to ask for more? So now I want you to connect with me, not just look at me, but can you put a little more effort into it and turn and follow me? And in fact, you guys, that's what we do. If I were to summarize what we do out at equine, especially when your boys get their colts to train, that's what we do. We ask for connection by these principles of pressure and release. And at the beginning, we ask for connection and say, can you stay connected with me while I put a halter on you? Can you stay connected with me while I walk all around your body and touch you everywhere? Can you stay connected with me when I start to rub you with these weird things like brushes and other things that are foreign to you? Can you stay connected with me when I jump around you and jump on you and act like a predator, but I'm not, you know, and eventually, can you stay connected with me when I put a saddle on your back?
Mm.
And can you stay connected with me when I get on your back?
Crazy. Awesome.
And that's what we're doing is we are building this connection. And then we're just slowly increasing our threshold of what else can we accomplish. Monty, go grab your horse. I'm running out of time. Oh my goodness. I told you guys I could talk. Go ahead.
Are there some people, there might be obviously, that are just so natural at this? They already get it and they could just go in there and do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think there are people who are naturally more out of